And now, it's time for
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened, Simoni?
What Happened with Simoni Lawrence.
Oh, yeah. What happened? What happened? The game of the year is what happened. The boys went into BC. But first, before we get started, we got to give a shout out to our loyal listeners. Teachers, what up? Nurses, what up? Construction, what up? Firefighters, what up? Doctors, what up? Coaches, what up? CEOs, what up? Presidents, what up? Grandmoms, what up? Grandpops, what up? Grandkids, what up? All the kids not in school right now, outside playing football, making amazing plays like all the Hamilton Ticats, what up? You on What's Happening, and I'm about to tell you what happened. This was the game of the year. This was one of those games where you look around the locker room, you see everybody, and then you just ask them, who's got my back? And then the whole team say, I got your back. And then you say it again, who's got my back? And then the whole team says, I got your back. And then you say it one more time, who's got my back? And then the whole team says, I got your back. And that's exactly what type of game this was. The Hamilton Tiger Cats were going against the BC Lions. If you know anything about the BC Lions, they're a streaky football team, but they're a team that is orchestrated for a way that they can compete at a high level against this Hamilton Tiger Cat defense. And that's why I was expecting a close game. But I knew that with our players and the way that we play it as a team, we would find a way to win this game. And that's exactly what we did. Think about it. James Butler, a lot of the fans, y'all know James Butler. James Butler was here, and he was making plays here. But at the end of the day, he got beat out by Greg Bell. Greg Bell looked like the more explosive. He's better in the pass game. Just fits the offense better for what's going on here. Doesn't mean James Butler isn't a good running back. It just means he'll fit better somewhere else. And James Butler, he got the chip on his shoulder. I'm going to tell you, he came out here fired up, ready to play football. He was fired up. He came out fast, scored the first touchdown, then scored another touchdown. It looked like it was going to be a long day because he was breaking tackles and making play. We do need to tackle better, get better on defense at stopping the run, but the boys played together as a football team. But this is what happened. One thing about when you go in killer mode, you can't let nobody know you on killer mode. James, I'm about to give you some free game. Whenever they ask you about to go and do some harnish things and go be crazy and get your stats and do your numbers to somebody, everybody already knows how you should feel playing into this game. When the media asks you the questions, this is what you say. You say, you know what, I'm just excited to go out here and play with my team. You know, this is going to be a team game. It's not about me, and I'm not trying to make this game about me. That's what you do, James. You never make the game about you because it's a team game. Everybody already knows how you should be coming. Free game. But then Verisuk heard that. Verisuk was like, I heard you mad, James. I heard you mad at the gang. You on fire right now. You got a bunch of yards and you got 2 touchdowns. I got to find a way to neutralize you. And that's exactly what happened. I call this the moment where we was like, okay, we're going to take some of that extra juice that James got right out of his heart. And that was on this beautiful play by Verisuk and Reggie Stubblefield. James Butler started on the other side. I already seen that Verisuk eyes were watching him the whole time, waiting for him to return motion. That means he's been studying film. As James Butler is coming, Reggie Stubblefield does a great job butchering the back. And when I say butchering, that means he hits the back while he's trying to, before he gets out of the from the backfield into the passing game. So he slows him down, gives Verisuk a time for him to get to James Butler to come and make this beautiful tackle. It was a great play by Reggie, but even a better play by Verisuk and even a better play by Moxie to go and pick this football up and get some extra yards with it. This was such a great play. It neutralized James Butler because as hot as he was, he fumbled the football in a crucial time and let the Hamilton Tiger Cats get some points. And I'm not going to say like, yo, this was a battle. The Ticats wasn't winning this game, but in my heart, it felt like the Ticats were always winning the game. Even when the Ticats were losing, they were still consistent. Let's talk about this one play. It looked like this game was going to get out of hand too. They threw a pass to Hatcher. Right after the we get the turnover, they threw a pass to Hatcher, missed tackle, and Hatcher looks like he was about to score a touchdown. And then I said, who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got my back? Talbert has the Ticats back. He went in full out sprint mode to run and catch Hatcher right before he gets into the end zone, and that held BC Lions to 3 points, which made it extremely big in this kind of football game. They got down there, they got this stop, made the game 17-3. And then this was a freaking football play. The BC Lions cornerback caught a pass before the half, going into the half, where Bo Levi threw the ball up to Brandon O'Leary-Orange. I would have liked Brandon O'Leary-Orange to jump up and try to contest and catch the ball, but Bo threw a perfect ball. It looked like it was going to drop right in his hands until Joker from BC Lions jumps out of nowhere and takes the package. It was an amazing point. And then after that, they were able to drive the ball downfield and get another 3 points right before the half. Now it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Nothing's going on. And we talked to Scott Milanovich after the game. They asked him, what did you need to change, Coach? Coach said nothing. And that's exactly what they did. They didn't change anything. Because, look, you think about this game, I already knew the BC Lions were in rough shape when I seen this catch earlier in the game in the first half, back in the first half, when Tim White caught the pass. It was like 1st and 20, and they had Peters in the corner, both over top of Kenny Lawler, and then they just left Tim pretty much wide open, waiting for the other DB on the opposite side to roll over to Tim White, and Gary Peters was yelling at the other DB while they had 2 people on the comeback route. It was horrible. I don't know. This is one of those games where you can tell that they were talking about Kenny Lawler all day because they weren't worried about nothing else, and that showed because they came out after this half and they stayed consistent in their game plan. They were running the football. That first drive was so beautiful, and then all you hear is, "Oh, Canada, oh, Canada." I'm singing that song because Kiondre went crazy. This was one of those games where BC, your disrespect was heard loud and clear. Kiondre on the coming out of this second half, he called a pass over the middle, did a spin move, got the first down on a big 2nd and 7. And then, oh man, this looked like some Rucker Park, you know what I mean, in New York type of football. Bo Levi breaks out of the pocket, makes it look like he's going to run. I think he looked peripheral and checked where he was on the field. He did a no-look pass to Kiondre. Kiondre caught it, did a summer slip in the football end zone, and turned up the team even more. I was like, woo! That was a play. And BC wasn't done yet because they was responding like right away type of responding. They got down into the red zone, right? And the score's 20-20 at this time after Kiondre did his thing, you know what I mean? And then they're down looking like they're about to score again. And then Reggie Stubblefield, he comes with a big sack. I'm talking, this is a big play, held them to 3 points again. He came in there, he did a delayed blitz. This is when you have somebody, he probably had the tight end or somebody man to man. And once you notice that your guy's not going out in coverage, you add to the blitz. And that's exactly what he did. And he did it so smooth that the guy blocked down on the double team and he just went right by, script work for a sack and a forced fumble. They didn't get on it. BC got the ball back, but they ended up just getting 3 points out of the game where it was a very close game. That was a big play by Reggie Stubblefield, a.k.a. Uno. All right. Now the game gets away. It's like, oh my gosh, what happened? It's 33-23 with 4 minutes left. Nobody's panicking. Nobody is panicking. Bo Levi comes out on the football field, and what does he do? Oh, Canada, oh, Canada. When I tell you, BC, the disrespect was heard loud and clear. Brandon O'Leary-Orange cooks the defensive backs, gets behind all of them, got the safety biting on the chump routes. Bo Levi throws a 44-yard bomb touchdown to Brandon O'Leary Orange. And we got that Bo we asked for on my pod last week that he was popping it. He was really popping. He was doing his thing. And then the defense did a great job getting the ball right back to the offense. And when I seen them come out on this field around the 20-yard line, I seen Bo coming nice and confident. I was like, oh, this game's already won. You know what I'm saying? But then what confirmed it with validity, I was looking at the BC Lions defense. I don't know what kind of defense they were playing. It was the worst defense I've ever seen in the CFL. This has, like, if there's way too many veteran presence over there in BC to be playing that kind of defense. They were playing pretty much, it looked like a prevent soft zone type defense. It was horrible. The Ticats took exactly what they gave them. I'm talking about dump off the Bell. Bell makes a couple moves. He gets past center point. Now they're already in striking distance. Bo did a great job just dumping. Kiondre was on fire this drive all the way up to the end zone. And what happened? Hamilton Ticats take the lead at the last second, game-winning touchdown by Kiondre Smith. I'm talking about he was wide open. Wide open on the final drive. Bo Levi found them. Ticats win. They go on the road and win a game filled with adversity. Big plays. Oh, man, this is one of my favorite football games of the whole entire year. But they went into this environment and they came out with a W. They found a way. This is the most impressive Hamilton Tiger-Cat win I've seen in a long time. Very impressive. And we got to get back to it. When I said the disrespect was heard loud and clear, we hear you. Y'all was petrified of Kenny Lawler so much that y'all was saying that, hey, Kiondre, if you catch the ball, you can have it. Kiondre said, what? You gonna let me do what? Catch the what? Kiondre had 15 targets, caught 14 of them. Also had 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. 93%. Extremely efficient. He was bussing their butts. I mean, these guys are, what they have to understand is everybody's professional football players. Just because Kenny Lawler has been disrespecting the whole entire East Division, dunking on everybody's head, they were petrified. They had supposedly Gary Peters is supposed to be one of the best corners, and they had him over top of another corner sticking Kenny Lawler on a comeback route. I was like, oh, this is insane. And then he got even worse when Kiondre was wide open in the heat of the moment on the last game-winning play, wide open. Great job by Kiondre, and that's my offensive player of the game. That's the 21 step of the game on offense. Bo, can't talk about offense and not talk about Bo. He was unconscious. You know what I mean? He was making plays in the times that we needed them the most, whether he had to run for a key first down, whether he had to scramble a little bit, touch the ball off, whether he had to throw a bomb for 44 yards. He was extremely accurate because the BC Lions, I don't know if they don't do their homework, they was giving up all the spots that Bo loves. Bo loves the middle of the field. You see Tim White bending it behind the linebackers, getting in that nice soft zone that Bo Levi loves to throw around the tracks, accurate all day, baby. Great game by Bo. And then my defensive stepper of the game goes to Uno. He had 4 tackles, a sack, a forced fumble, and was playing attack football behind the line of scrimmage, slowing work down on that RPO game. Great job, Uno. And then my unsung player of the game goes to Casey Sales. Let me tell y'all something. We talked about Butler. He was going to come in here and be upset. Casey Sales was playing behind the line of scrimmage. And it wasn't the fact that he was just playing behind the line of scrimmage, beating double teams. The way he put Butler down with the extra and what made it feel even good, he ain't let him up nothing. You know, a lot of people was helping him up. You know, that passive aggressive. Nah, he just left him on the ground. And he did that multiple times. Unsung hero of the game goes to Casey Sales. And then, I don't know, somebody got to come and take the special team stepper of the game away from Marc Liegghio. But we can't take it because he's perfect. He was 3 for 3. Counted for 12 Ticat points. Let's not forget about the extra 4 points made on that. Leggio's been perfect all season. Great job by Marc Liegghio being the 21 special team stepper of the game. Tim White 6 targets, 6 catches, 100%. That meant every time Bo Levi threw the football to Tim White, it was caught 100% of the time for 86 yards. Extremely efficient. And then 9 different football players caught the football this game. Bo Levi's like, listen, guys, I know y'all is infatuated over there with Kenny Lawler, well-deserved and respected, but I will throw the football to whoever is open. So if you guys think that these guys aren't making plays on our team, like Brandon O'Leary Orange, Kiondre Smith, everybody's going to make a play. Whoever's open is who I'm going to throw the ball to. And then Greg Bell came back on the game. He had over 5 yards per carry. Let's go. Let's go. He needs to get it. He needs to make sure he conceals that ball better. But, just you see the difference between the burst and the burst. We know the difference. You know what I'm saying? The Hamilton Ticats are going into a hostile environment. They got Edmonton on Saturday. And this is one of those games where Edmonton's season on the line, baby. If you let Hamilton come and do what Hamilton's supposed to come and do to you, that's going to be a tough road. But Cody Fajardo looked good last week. He looked like, oh my gosh, we can win some football games with this guy. So this is going to be one of those games where they're on back-to-back Western trips and they can come out here and respond. This is going to put the Hamilton Ticats at a 6-game winning streak if they can get this one off against the Edmonton Elks. The Hamilton Ticats are on fire. This is Simoni Lawrence, and I had to tell you what happened. Oskee wee wee!
And now you know what happened with Simoni Lawrence.